Podcast Accreditation Bureau, the podcast that pokes fun at self-help advice. Today I'm joined by comedian and podcaster Edan McGovern. So how was your time in Canada?
It was so much.
Full stop.
So much. It was so densely packed. That's the thing about family holidays. They're so 3 weeks at home could be pretty chill 3 weeks, and 3 weeks in a one-bedroom apartment with your mum and your stepdad is like you've been God for years.
Wow. That's a lot.
It was a lot. It was fun, but like I am not nearly the biggest personality in my family.
That's horrifying.
Anything, I'm kind of one of the more chill ones.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the decibel level of a house.
Wow.
It was super fun though. It was cool. I've been going to this small town since I was like 10 because my stepdad has a house over there that he bought like 30 years ago. And then he started taking me and my mum like a cute little Make-A-Wish when I was young. And then I like fell in love with it over there, and we just went back a bunch, and I went to school there for a while because I loved it so much, which is so weird because I'm such a city showbiz girl, but it's really nice to be plonked in the middle of the Canadian Rockies sometimes.
Yeah, so it was in the Rockies?
Mm-hmm. It's in British Columbia. It's a little town called Fernie. It's like a little mining town with a ski hill. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. You're like... Every time I'm there, I just imagine that there's probably like one town detective at the bar. Like it's that kind of town, 100%.
And English speaking?
Yeah. Yeah. It's mostly Aussies, honestly.
Great.
They've like, I was like, the pubs here are really good. And then I realized, Aussies have just come in and been like, well, we're going to need a pub. Yeah. That's exactly like all of the ones at home.
I was doing a gig around Mardi Gras time, and I had just learned that Mardi Gras stands for Fat Tuesday. Yeah, like in French.
Oh.
Yeah, it translates to Fat Tuesday
I
in French.
saw the bit you posted about this. It made me laugh so much.
And, well, I kind of asked in the audience, it was at Standout, and which is quite an international crowd. I'm like, is anyone here French speaking? And one lady put her hand up and I said, well, can you help me tell the crowd what Fat Tuesday translates to in French? And she's like, Gravy Tuesday. And I'm like, no,
so that's not my bit.
Yeah, exactly. But she was French Canadian. Yeah.
Poutine.
Yeah, exactly. Straight to the poutine.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. How was Mardi Gras? I was so distraught that I wasn't here.
It was a lot of fun. I did Poof Doof. But it was too packed.
It can be like that.
Yeah, they were shutting off areas. So there's the big main area, and I went upstairs to pee, thinking that I could like just skip the line.
Yeah.
But I got trapped up there. They wouldn't let me back down because the downstairs was at capacity. Yeah, so I spent about 45 minutes in a stairwell away from my mates, like going, this is awful.
Sometimes you need, maybe not 45 minutes, but sometimes people always think I'm upset at parties because, again, I'm so extroverted, so you don't think I'm someone who needs downtime. And I don't really. I do want to be socializing all the time, but I need it's like hit sessions. Like I need like 5 minutes down. Yeah. So people always think I'm upset because I'll be like inside if it's an outside party, just staring into the abyss, and everyone's like, has something gone on? Like, has she had too many drinks? And I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm back.
I'm just, I
had to play Tetris for 5 minutes.
Yeah, great. Wordle.
Yeah, everyone is like absolutely sloshed outside. I'm like, I must play Words with Friends just one little game right now.
Are you an extroverted introvert?
No, I'm extroverted. It's such a headache. Every day I get home and right in between my eyebrows, I go, you have to stop talking. This hurts so much. And then I can't. What about you?
I would say I'm an extroverted introvert. As in, I really enjoy socializing with other people, but it depletes my battery. Right.
Yeah, I think if I don't see anyone in a while, and by a while I mean a day, like if I have one day alone, I'm like, I guess I'm just a piece of shit. None of you guys. It's so dramatic. I have to at least call someone on the phone and yap to each other.
Yeah. I think sometimes people can't win with me, as in I want to be left alone, but at the same time I'll get upset if people leave me alone.
Maybe you want to be invited.
Exactly.
And be like, no, I can't.
Yeah. How entitled is that?
No, it's fine. I love when people invite people even though they know they can't come. Yep. Just to be like, ideally you were here.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm always really in awe of people who go, oh yeah, I will drop by. I go, how is that? How is not staying to the end of it?
I have real troubles packing up and going home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't back up, but I will be the last person standing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I will get to the end of a party and be like, okay, I never want to be the person who, like, when everyone wants to go to bed is there. I'm so scared of being that.
Yeah.
So I will duck out if I think that's spot on.
So my Mardi Gras, I went to Puffdorf, then I left Puffdorf, went to a house party. Then the person whose party it was like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, I'm not done yet. And so this is 7 a.m. So I had a ticket for Flash.
Oh, yep.
And so it was around the corner. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pop in, have breakfast at Flash.
Mm-hmm.
They were serving like egg and bacon rolls.
Love.
Yeah. And so I went to Flash, got there at 7:03, and security went, we've stopped accepting ticket holders after 7 o'clock. I'm like, I thought this went till 10. And anyway, and I just kind of walked away and look, going home at 7 a.m. is not the worst thing. But I was like, if I was intoxicated, I reckon like he would have said that. Like I was.
For sure.
But if that was the problem, he should have said that. But I don't think that was. I think they just genuinely...
Just capacity?
I was heartbroken.
That is so sad. I feel like, anywhere in actual Surrey Hills, Oxford Street, anywhere like in the city, it's just we've got too many gay people and we have to do something. We can't all party.
Yeah, exactly. We need the responsible gays. Oh, brilliant.
Who is writing the gay history books if we're all out partying?
Definitely no one on Monday and Tuesday.
Some of you guys need to be inside gays.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of being invited places, thank you very much for
thanks for having me.
We were talking about this at the pub, whatever it was, a few months ago, and you were very, very excited. So I'm very excited to have you on because I went, don't tell me what your advice is.
And I wanted to. I was busting to tell you what I wanted because I love talking about it. Both of these things, I think, which is, it's good. I think everyone's got sort of a bone to pick or something that they think they should share. And I love that. It's a great podcast idea because it's funny if they're right and if they're wrong, it's funny too.
Well, we might kick it off with the advice that you swear by.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to do anything. That's the thesis of it. And to explain this, I have to tell a short story. Oh. When I was in high school, I was dating this boy, and he was there. You know, he was like a sort of just like a bit of bread in a duck pond, sort of. He was whatever. But his mother, and I feel like every time you date a straight man, it's you and the mother. It's that. And she believed I was from the wrong sides of the tracks. She was like British and just very pompous about things and she looked down her nose at people. She was all about keeping up appearances, like just classic, that type of thing. Both of his parents were academics, so I thought maybe they'd be a bit more switched on. But yeah, kind of very classic and traditional in their views like that. And I, as a teenager, was far more exacerbative than I am now, if you can believe.
Yep.
This is the placid grown-up choosing peace version. I was horrid. No, like I was cool, but if there was a debate to have, I was going to sniff it out.
Yeah, great.
If there was an adult I thought I could
challenge the authority.
go toe-to-toe with, it was going to happen. And I think it came down to like subject selection because they were so... pressuring of their son and their other daughter to be like go well academically. And I had a weird experience at school because I really loved school and I loved learning. I got diagnosed with ADHD because they were like, hey, the board of studies had a meeting with my teachers and then they were like, we've noticed that she's not handed in an assignment this year yet and she's in year 11 or whatever. Wow. And I was like, this sounds like a you problem because how many teachers I've got and how long did it take you to realize I've been evading school at school? I just was like, I won't be doing that.
In plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it wasn't even like I wasn't wagging school or anything. Like I'd be in English and I'd have my 2 cents about the play or the book and then my teacher would be like, you didn't hand in the essay. What what could you have to say? And I'm like, I think things.
Yeah.
I just don't want to write them down. Anyway, so I had a sort of unorthodox approach to school in general.
Yeah.
And she hated that. We were talking over the dinner table one time. I was at his house for dinner, and she sort of said like, well, look, there are things you have to do. I think I spoke about the way I wasn't going to do maths in year 11 or 12.
Yep.
And I was like, well, that's not necessarily true. She goes, there is things you have to do. And I was like, well, no, let's apply some critical thinking to this. There are things you could argue that you should do. I would even say that's a stretch. And she was like, oh, blah, 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 huffing and puffing everywhere. And I said, like, what do you have to do? And she was like, well, you have to be prepared for a real job. And I was like, now who's being extreme? What do you, no, you don't. If you want that, I would say you should. I would say it's in your best interest. But I think everyone has a different best interest. You don't have to do anything. She's like, well, you have to pay taxes. I was like, no, you might go to jail, but you don't have to. They might get you. You don't have to drink water. You'll die.
You're challenging Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Like, yes. Like, I don't, like, need is crazy. Like, I want to not be a dried up little sponge, so I'll drink water. But I don't subscribe to this idea of there are expectations on people in general. It's like, no, it's a choose your own adventure. Take the skills you want. And if you don't think something applies to you, they can't really make you.
Yep.
Oh,
like they can try and make you, and you just need to be prepared for the consequences.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Or like you just have to have, usually it's just an alternative plan.
Yeah.
There's so many things I've just dug my heels in about, and I will say a lot of these might come from positions of privilege. This doesn't mean this could happen for anyone, and I'm aware of that. But, certain assignments at uni, I was like, right. I talked to one of my my lecturers at uni. It was like a music history class, and I said, like, can I just meet up with you and talk to you about it? And to my surprise, even he was like, okay.
Yeah, wow.
And then I just talked to him about 21st century music.
Yeah, great.
Shit, and it was fun.
Which is quite an adaptive teaching style and quite impressive. Like I think we see more of that now. But and not to age you, but like how long were you in high school? Was it high school or uni?
This was in uni.
So how long ago would that happen?
That was in it would have been 2018.
Yeah.
When I was in uni. And I think it's probably the only way to combat the use of AI in schools is by doing exams conversationally.
Totally.
That wasn't happening when I was in uni. It probably was if you were actually smart. If you were smart enough to know about AI in 2018, you probably didn't even need it.
Yeah.
Because the rest of us dummies were not.
Yeah, what was AI in
We didn't care. That sounded harder than doing the work.
Totally.
I was just doing the work because I couldn't figure out that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But letting kids show you their skills in the way that they want surely has got to be better for the objectivity of uni and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you mentioned coming from a position of privilege, and it reminds me of something that my grandma said. So my grandma's Mexican. She grew up in poverty, third world Mexico, and she said something once. This was a few years ago now, that she believes worrying about climate change is privilege. And it kind of took me a moment of, okay, where is that coming from? And she's like, if you are worried about where your next meal is coming from, if you are growing up in poverty, you are not thinking about climate change. And I just went, whoa, as in something that I would say is one of the biggest issues. Look, there's quite a few big issues at the moment, but one of the biggest issues in the world right now, to hear someone who essentially helped raise me say that, I was just like, oh, look, I kind of agree with it.
You even if you're like, well, it doesn't make it not an issue, but you can understand why some people have got bigger fish to fry, or not enough fish to fry, not enough anything to fry.
So knowing that, what I think you have to do, or this boyfriend's mum thinks you have to do. Like, it is all down to perspective and circumstance.
For sure. I love that that's what your grandma said about climate change, global warming, because my grandma, in her latest years, whenever it was cold, she would say, "Oh, show me this global warming." That's where Nan stood on it, that she felt cold some days. So it wasn't real. I still say it all the time. "Oh, show me this global warming." It's so interesting. I saw something kind of similar to that, and it whipped me so far into shape. It's like, you're just scrolling, you're at a bus stop or something, and you see you're like, I'm looking for funny little videos of animals or something, and then you see a Instagram reel or a TikTok that simply slaps you across the noggin, and you're like, oh, okay, and it changes everything. I saw this one girl being like, it's similarly, it is an issue, but it is a privileged thing to be worried about things like appearance and body image. And yes, it's harmful to people and to women, but it was like, if what is happening in the world is going on and you are worried to the point where it is like, adding distress into your life, you're worried about your appearance and getting smaller and smaller and smaller, like, it is the end of times. If you are focused on your body, get strong, because what if we need it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and she was basically like, yeah, fascism would want you to be tiny.
Yeah.
And frail. They would. And you're doing it to yourselves?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. At the same time, I train, 5 times a week. I'm like, please don't draft me. I'm delicate.
You're like, I'm faking the PBs. I can't lift that. I'm just pretending it's not real. It's not real.
Yeah, I've got this bit of I'm wheat and lactose intolerant, so while I look big and strong, I could be taken out by a snack.
No. That's so good.
Yeah, it's I look, on paper I wouldn't say that I would normally agree with it, but hearing you kind of step it out, like, you are very much right. And it reminds me of a mate of mine. He doesn't have New Year's resolutions. He has priorities. Mm-hmm. And it all comes down to how you prioritize. Like, in his context, I'm going to prioritize practicing piano. Yeah. And so that's what he's going to focus on. And I think if you want to prioritize...
That's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. And... he's like, you've got so much time, like X amount of time and energy, etc., outside of like work or whatever your commitments are. Did you just notice me talking with my hands there? Yeah. Yeah, it's why I need the mic.
Yeah.
But no, and so that has kind of stuck with me, as in, look, I want to prioritize water and food, and because they are important to me, and I don't want to suffer those consequences. But with everything, you don't have to do anything. I like it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, as long as you are prepared to do the consequences. As long as you're like, I'm not doing that, and not wanting.
And then you can't complain.
Exactly.
If consequences happen, but you don't. There's nothing. I guess it's just like a way of saying you could do anything you want, but I've said like, don't let them tell you what to do. Just weasel your way out of things. Yeah. If you can gain the communication skills and the wits and a dazzling charm won't go astray, you just do whatever you want, really.
Totally. It promotes critical thinking. I love that.
And it promotes chutzpah, if you will.
No, I love it. A big accredited.
Yes.
Yeah, accredited. God, I can't even name my own.
Oh, I wouldn't have pulled you up on that.
Your ex-boyfriend's mum would have.
Mm-hmm. Dude, the woman used to give me a few glasses of champagne and then play Scrabble against me. Oh, you're beating the drunk 17-year-old with a learning disability. Susan, you might be the genius of your generation.
It reminds me of, are you a Simpsons fan?
Yeah.
Where Lisa goes to, what's her name? Like her rival's house, and they play anagrams. Yeah. Yeah.
It was literally that. She was big dogging me. And I remember once I was like one eye open and all I thought I could spell was Aioli, maybe in like 80 different ways, and I couldn't remember the exact way to spell Aioli. And I was like, oh no.
It's I before O, isn't it?
A-O-L.
No. A-I-O-L-I.
Yes.
Yeah.
It always looks wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to go A-O, but no, A-I.
What?
A-I-O-L-I, isn't
A-I? Okay, A-O-L-I.
No, there's definitely two I's in there.
Aioli?
Yeah, it's just like A-O.
There's an I.
Yeah, A-I-O-L-I.
There totally is. I gaslit you accidentally.
Yeah, no.
I just believed it in my heart.
I know what the clip's going to be. Us sitting here for 6 minutes trying to spell Aioli.
And that's what you learned today.
Yeah, perfect. All right, moving on to bad advice that presents itself as good, but you think is bullshit.
I guess this is also a one about the self. A lot of reflecting on the self, looking outwards and inwards. I think there's a trend in the last, I don't know, however many years, but I think, and it sounds great on the outside, and it's you should always put yourself and your well-being first. And it sounds good because a lot of people, they deal with being people pleasers or with, sometimes putting their needs aside and overextending themselves. But I think everyone's taken it way too far. Mm-hmm. Everyone takes it so far. Everybody is like, oh, sorry, I was going to come to this dinner you've planned, but I really need to focus on my own personal growth. Get up and see your friends sometimes, or turn up to other people's shows that they need you to. I think it's community might be a little more something we should bring back a little bit, because I think everyone's gone so self-care, therapy talk that we're all about to be on our own.
Totally.
Completely. And I think it's scary.
Yeah.
I think, it sounds like good advice to prioritize yourself, but then you see people almost getting addicted to their strict regimes of self-care. And I'm like, what's it all for? If sometimes you don't go out to dinner and get really tired the next day.
Yeah.
Because you had a good time seeing people that you love.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was shit, but it's a good life experience.
Sure, totally. Oh, look, I couldn't agree more in the sense of, yes, I believe you need to apply your own oxygen mask first. I believe in that because you're no good to anyone else otherwise. But we live in a community. We are social. Humans are social creatures. Even the most introverted introvert needs that connection with other human connection. It's on Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Totally.
And I think that it is so important to give back.
Yeah.
And it's deposits and withdrawals, because at some point you are going to need a friend or want to have dinner, etc. And you don't want to turn around and because of neglect or going back on things that you say you're going to do, they're not going to be there.
And you can take care of yourself, definitely, but I think it's that give to give approach, especially within your community, is so much nicer to be around. If everyone would step in to help, then it's there's never going to be any transactional nature and vibes if you have a group of friends where everyone is clutching at their own.
Totally.
You can feel it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like when you go out to coffee with someone and they're like, can you pay me for that $5?
Sure.
I would have paid for your lunch tomorrow.
Yeah,
I would have paid a $40 lunch for you. But now that you've asked me for $4.80 back, I want to steal money from you. No, I'm not paying you back. I almost kind of go, no.
Yeah.
And I pickpocketed you now. It pisses me off. I'm kind of like, oh man, everyone should just be like, it's such a nicer friendship or relationship to have when you're like, are you sure? And the other person's like, hey, you got me last week. Chill, shush.
Yeah, I've kind of gone through my own journey about people pleasing, and post-COVID. So pre-COVID, I played the role of the social lubricant of that would bring people together.
Yeah.
And but during COVID and post-COVID, like just from own mental health, etc., I became quite introverted, like a lot of people did.
Yeah.
And so I kind of pulled out of that role. And so when I didn't reach out to people, it really determined on the people who did reach out to me.
For sure.
Versus the people who I just didn't hear from again. But then since then, I've kind of oscillated back into that, like a little bit of both of respecting my own time, but also reaching out and seeking socializing with others. And I think the thing, because I know the advice that you're talking about where people go, don't be a people pleaser. And I'm like, but I am a people pleaser. And that's actually why, like, there's a part, like there's a good side to that. Where
it's actually a beautiful trait.
Yeah, like I care about other people being happy around me. And that's can't be all bad.
People make it seem like that's a weak trait.
Totally.
And it's like, no, it's actually a really beautiful thing about you if you can regulate it in a sustainable way.
Exactly.
I just don't think, people talk about overly giving people as if it is an inherently bad thing. It's like, actually, no, that person's probably a kinder human than you naturally.
Totally.
It should be more about like, hey, here's how to do this, sustainably in the long run so you don't end up burning out all the time. But here's how to keep doing that thing that, I think people pleasers do also get enjoyment out of making people happy. Yeah. And if you don't have that trait, I'm scared of you and I want to go home.
Totally. It's when my happiness becomes dependent on that.
For sure.
That's the kind of danger zone.
Yeah.
But wanting other people to be happy around you, that's, it took a lot of kind of listening to, don't be a people pleaser, for me to realize, hang on a second, it's actually inherently who I am.
For sure. Yeah. And it's like people that over apologize. I always say this, people go like, oh, I got to stop saying sorry so often. I would always rather, my house, we're all over apologizers, but it means it's kind of beautiful and harmonious, because if we were all like that, if we're all like, sorry, I didn't get to, we're like, no, I'm sorry, I left him. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, you guys are going, so okay, we love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. If one of us in the house, if two of us came home and were like, sorry, I left that on the bench and I was gonna, and then one person went, yeah, that's okay. Be hell. Like, I would always rather be around. I would rather have the job of reassuring people pleasers.
Yeah.
Then I would have the job of trying to introduce empathy and forgiveness into people that are not born with that.
Yeah.
Dare I say sociopaths?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
It's a really strange thing to have to teach someone the opposite of like, hey, maybe you should remember that other people could make mistakes sometimes. Yeah,
exactly. And it is that balance of and something I've had to learn, not to apologize just to make the other person comfortable, but at the same
I do that
time,
too.
Yeah, but at the same time, still wanting to make things comfortable. Like it's not to necessarily sacrifice something I didn't do or kind of take the blame, or
because then the resentment stays. Then you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I've been betrayed now, also by me.
Are you familiar with the Atlas complex? So Atlas is like the big dude who holds up the sky in Greek, I want to say, mythology. And that person is, when something they do wrong and it's their fault, but when other people do something wrong, it's also their fault. Like they're the one who is carrying the load of the people around them. Yeah. Big Atlas complex.
I get that from you for sure. Yeah. I think I'm like a die on the sword person. Yeah. Like, I think if there's too much conflict in a room, I'm like, whatever, I'll just take it. Like, I just don't want anyone to be fighting anymore. I'd rather be in the wrong than in a weird vibe in a room. Yeah. I'll just admit to a crime I didn't even do. Like, if the conversation's done. Yeah. I think that's always really interesting. The only time that really breeds a lot of resentment is then if you feel hard done by of your own accord. Sure. But I think it's hard. I always think that about people that might have misconceptions or believe things about you that maybe aren't necessarily true or in context. Stopping, I think, is a really strong thing to like stop correcting people, or maybe someone saying things about you and you have so much you could share, but you didn't want to air dirty laundry. Yeah. And it's such a thing of, you know, it's a something I'm working on to be like, no, you know what's way cooler than me settling the record and evening things out is by being like, okay, well, I'm not going to bitch about them.
Yep.
Even though I could.
Yep.
I actually feel better the fact that I'm not behaving in that way.
Totally.
Even though I am in the right. But I guess that's for me. And also it's a good filtration system.
Yeah.
Anyone cool that deserves to be around will hear you out and want to.
Totally.
And look into a situation. I think anyone that you should be friends with should have critical thinking skills and should say if they did hear something, be like, hey, can I clarify this? And then, well, then I'll share. Then I'll be like, oh, yeah, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's like if people want to hear one thing about you and then assume a bunch of things about you, you don't want that person in your life at all because they're going to be like that about everyone.
Totally. It drives me nuts when, let's just say I've said something or done something that has upset or pissed off a friend, and I want them to confront me, like in an appropriate way, not necessarily with an audience or anything, just going, hey, you said this and it made me feel a kind of way. Give me an opportunity to go, holy shit, I'm so sorry. Or potentially provide further context on what I meant by it.
Yeah.
At the end of it, we may agree to disagree. If I've hurt them, I'll always apologise.
Yeah.
But don't not speak to me because you've got your version of events happening and I would probably have mine, and there's the truth always somewhere in the middle.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you've always been... Do you think everyone's bitching about you?
I used to.
Yeah.
I think comedy has been great in the sense of realising that no one actually gives a shit. No one cares.
I think I have like a full, like, I would have disagreed so intently, maybe like at a few points in my comedy career, I would have been like, no, everyone talks incessantly. But then it is a 15-minute fame cycle, even in like just a communal sense within comedy, whatever level you're at. Just open micers, you can fully feel like there's a smear campaign. You feel like you're literally running for office sometimes when people are showing up like, this is in the tabloids about you, and you're like, oh my God, it's the biggest thing ever. And then literally no one will care the next day.
Well, I kind of put it through the filter of what do I think people are saying? Like, what do I think people are bitching about? Like, in the worst case scenario, people are bitching. What are they saying? And do I stand by that? Or is it something that I want to change?
For sure.
And it's going through that process is, I find, quite cathartic and helpful.
Jared Prain and I have come up with a really fun way of thinking about this exact thing where we basically say like our only qualm with it is when we, if we dislike someone's behavior or what they've done or whatever, they become quite famous and an icon to us because we sort of, it's how comics communicate. It's hardly bitching about each other. It's just discuss it. We discuss the events, the tabloids that happen in our own community, and we make jokes. We just riff on it over and over and over. And then the more we do that, the more we kind of love them. We're like, you know what? They're kind of an icon for that. Like, because we're almost making them funnier by we're riffing about them and we're saying this is what they would do. And oh my God, they're like this. We've actually made them funnier than maybe that they might even be. We turn them into icon status in our heads. And we were talking the other day about how the people that maybe would be saying bad things about us, my only concern is that I'm not convinced it will be as funny. Yep. So I'm like, man, I don't care about anything, however mean it was anyone could say about me, as long as it's funny. Because I will give a laugh. If I hear something god awful said about me, but they got me good, I'll be like, okay. Yeah,
like roast me. But
that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, then it's fun. Then it's fair game.
Yeah.
It's just got to be, if you guys are whining and it's not funny, give it up. Pack it up, because we're over here killing. We're crushing to the room talking about you.
Yeah, I have a running joke with John Glover. There's a comedian who'll remain nameless. I'll tell you off mic, but who I believe has yet to see me perform, will arrive pretty much the second for their set. The second I get off stage, or will leave after their set and not see. And I've been doing comedy now, 3.5 years, still to this day. Doesn't follow me on Instagram. Yeah, it's just, but it's...
I'm scared of people with that much tunnel vision.
It is a running joke. Like, it's hilarious. Like, I have built this person into a caricature.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, there is genuinely no hard feelings. I actually never want them to see me perform live because I get far too much enjoyment.
Because it's so funny. when a repeating bit happens, especially if someone else in the room knows about it, it's so funny.
Totally.
That never stops being good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so good.
That is great.
Yeah. Sweet. Love this. So with bad advice that I agree with, we revoke it. So we revoke it together. It's shit advice. It needs to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Beautiful.
2 for 2.
We won.
We did it.
We won.
No, now is time for a listener question.
Mm-hmm.
So this comes from Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And it will require you to tap into your gay icon status.
Thank you.
Eden, why is dating in Sydney so hard? Where are the single attractive men at?
Now, given I'm not the person to ask about single attractive men, not my type, but
only taken uggos.
Yes. No, if they're taken, they're none of my business. But the thing, and again, I'm a weird person to ask about this because the thing about where I'm eating, I'm shitting there. I'm shitting, and if I'm shitting there, I'm eating. I date inside the community. Whatever you do, I'm not someone who can separate. Whether it's your social circles or your professional life and your dating life. I don't know if that is great advice, given it's maybe contributed to most of the horrors I've ever experienced.
So you're saying shit where you eat?
I find it hard to give advice about dating that doesn't pertain to the world of shitting where you eat, because I think it's scary to look for people that are too actively looking for relationships. I think you're going to find someone and you're going to go out to dates with them and both be like, are we going to be dating now? Are you doing the partner? Are you meeting my qualifications and I'm ticking the boxes for you? And I'm like, this is like, what is this? Like, it feels like a driving test or something. Let's just hang out with people, it sucks because I know so many people hate the advice of like, if you stop looking, it'll find you. I get that. But I truly think like if you are looking, look in places that you enjoy, hobbies or communities, because it's like, okay, well, you're going to have something in common with them. And also maybe you're going to find someone who's concentrated on their own life and isn't obsessed with the idea of finding someone to fulfill all their needs.
Yep.
Like, they'll be cool and they won't. And, like, you know, when you meet someone, it should be like, oh, hey, my life's fine on my own.
Yeah.
And you are actually an addition to that would make it even better.
Totally.
Not like, I'm in single hell. You'll do. Get in the vehicle.
Yeah.
I think. What do you reckon?
I definitely agree that being single is awesome and being in a relationship needs to be better than being single.
Yeah.
I say that as someone who hasn't been single for a while, but I do also like dating mates. It's how I met Chris, my boyfriend. We were mates first, then we were friends with benefits.
Cool.
And then we started dating after I yelled at him asked him out for the fourth time, and it was very.
I love that you say yelled at him.
Well, I literally yelled. It was a Melbourne Cup at Stonewall, and it was very notebooks like, "What do you want?" And he was like, "Yeah, no, you know what? I do want to date you after that." Crazy man.
But I think being friends with someone, you see all of their crazy.
Yeah.
So you don't have time to construct a different, more together person than you were. Like, because given the chance, you see someone hot as hell that you want to be with, you're like, I'm perfect and you like me. But if someone already knows that you were a little rat with a lot of imperfections, if they still want to date you, you're like, oh, this person might love me.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, this person has seen me act in a way, you know, very imperfectly, in a way that I wasn't, worried about what they thought of me because we were friends. and they're like, I would still take this baggage on board. You're like, okay, this is cool.
So from a shitting where you eat perspective, what advice would you have for Jack about, say, maybe transitioning a friendship into something more?
Yeah. I guess it could also come from like friends of friends and yeah, like even just like make friends with people that you aren't, that you have similar interests with, because even if you see them platonically, they might have friends. They might have someone that they think you would get along with and smooch accordingly.
Yep.
It's one of those, I think, yeah. Or just kiss everyone. Just kiss people. It's fine. There's so many times that like, yeah, I've just been friends with someone for ages and then you talk about dating in, you know, theoretically with someone, and then the topic will always come up if you have a friend about like, what would it be like hypothetically if we were like that? And then it will always happen because no one can, you know, it's wet paint.
It's wet paint?
Somebody says wet paint.
Oh, okay.
You touch it. You have to.
You don't have to.
Because what if
you don't have to do
how
anything.
will you know if it's dry unless you ruin it? No, it's just like if someone's like, oh, it's like, you know, it's like Chekhov's gun. Have you ever heard that, like, theatre?
I have heard that,
term?
but I don't know what it is.
It's basically like if there's a gun featured on stage at one point in the performance, it will be used. It's like a foreboding thing where it's like, yeah, it's like once you have that conversation with someone that maybe you had been platonically before, unless both of you were like, ew, we would never do that.
Yeah.
A lot of the time it is like, I think it puts it in people's minds of like, is this someone I could ever think of more?
And I definitely think shooting your shot as well, just to like not go down the gun analogy, but shooting your shot and not being weird about either answer is a great demonstration of like confidence and self-respect. Like, you know what you want, you're going to go after it. Worst they can say is no. And then just go, oh, cool, have a great day.
I think that's easier for us in like a queer community, is so much more welcoming of that, because I think we have so many more relationships that aren't quite like, I think a lot of straight people are like, it's 100% platonic or it's 100% dating. And I think we have more complexities.
So many blurred lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every gay friend I know has kissed another gay friend of mine, and they did it once and then never again, or like, but they always talk about it, or like, it's always like, and I love those kinds of friendships where it's like, yeah, we're great. We made out once and we always might do it, but we might be friends together. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, but it's what we were saying about like building that character and that story, and it's either something that you laugh about, and if you can't laugh about, maybe you weren't that good of friends anyway.
Absolutely.
So it's a good filter.
I think learning how to have, I guess, like, and you don't have to be like this in your real like relationships, but learning how to not need ownership of everyone that you interact with romantically, you know, just being like, yeah, I have a lot of love for this person and I want the best for them and for me. So just because we were like hooking up for a bit and then it didn't end in a relationship, don't think of that as like we failed. It's like, look at it as like, well, we both won because we've figured out that we're like this and not like this, and now we won't get in each other's way of finding something else if we want something else.
Yep.
I'm always happy for people that it doesn't work out, but as long as we're cool.
Totally.
Because I'm like, cool, we got it out of our systems, and we'll never like waste time in our friendship worrying about if we should do that or not.
Absolutely. And I think there is, of course, the instances where one person would be more cool than necessarily the other person. But if that person means something to you, then prioritize.
It won't always be comfortable.
It won't always be comfortable.
I'm friends with a lot of my exes.
Yeah.
And sometimes years on end, it can be, you can have that like two ways of thinking. Do you ever have like the real part of your brain, and then there's a crazy person you just have to coincide with, that you don't have to do what they say or really even listen to them. You just have to go, okay, So you're insane. That's why we don't do what you say.
Yes.
But thank you for offering your opinion. Like, if you truly really want the best for someone, and maybe you're happy, you don't even want to be with them, and you see someone that you used to have history with someone else, and the crazy voice in your brain says, I hate this. And you have to go, you don't actually.
Yeah.
You're processing something. Feeling a certain way doesn't mean you're still in love with them and you want to be with them. It's just like, no, you're being a little brat for some reason, and that's okay.
Yeah. And my psychologist would say that that's the child brain or the reptilian brain kicking and screaming, and it's your front cortex's job to be the parent and go, yes, I can see that you're upset about that. It's okay. Like, and I'm in charge here. I'm here. It's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, when like a little kid is running at you and you just have to hold their forehead and let them run it out. You just have to be like, sorry about her. She's rabid for some reason.
Yeah.
It's why I can always like give advice to my craziest of friends because I know the impulses.
Oh, totally.
I'm like, hey, I love speaking to crazy people because I'm like, yeah, you have the wrong, speaking of Simpsons references, you have the little Maggie wheel.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
You need to
totally.
be with the Marge wheel.
Yeah.
Not the Lisa, the Maggie wheel. That's for babies. You have to give them a fake one.
Yeah.
I think that's giving the angry, scary, crazy voice inside you a fake driving wheel.
Yeah.
Where you let them think they're doing stuff, but they're not. They can air their thoughts, but you go, okay, Queen.
Yeah.
That was really awful what you just said.
So yeah, just bringing it back. Fuck your mates.
Fuck your mates.
Yeah.
Do it. It's really good. Or really bad. And people get quite upset.
But be cool about it.
But be chill. Yeah. Let them. No. It's cool. You'll find love.
Yeah. Awesome.
And
what are you plugging at the moment?
What am I plugging? I have a podcast.
Right.
The Nobody Asked podcast with Lockie McIntyre, Edan McGovern. That's fun. We talk heaps. Heaps of hours. What else? I'll probably do a show this year, but I don't even have any plans yet. So just follow me and I'll let you know when I know.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks, Edan. This is great.
Thanks.